minutes for February the 10th and 18th, 2020. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? I'll call for a vote. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4.
Yes.
And I, as Vice Chairman, vote yes. Next, we'll have a report from the county officials. District 2,
None at this time?
District 3,
None at this time.
District 4,
I don't have anything.
and I, as your Vice Chairman, I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight. We just hope that you continue to come in the good times and the bad times. We just hope you continue to come. Next, we'll have a public hearing. I see no one signed up. Next, we'll have a public hearing on ordinance number 02-20 and ordinance to amend section 2-263 of the codes of ordinance, Saluda County, South Carolina, amending the meeting requirements for Saluda County Fire Board. And again, do anyone from the public want to talk concerning this? We don't have anybody on the sign in. Okay, we will close the public hearing. Next, we'll move on to public presentation. Next, we'll recognize Ms. Mallory Coffey for the presentation on litter issues and grant solutions by Pamela Pride.
She emailed and said she was held up in traffic.
She was tied up in traffic. Okay.
Is she still gonna try to be here?
Just move her to the end of the meeting.
Okay. We'll put it at the end of the meeting. Next, we'll move on. We'll recognize Ms. Nancy Corkle for presentation to discuss a vote to make Saluda County's Second Amendment sanctuary.
Hey, how are y'all?
All right, good.
Alright, now is the time for Saluda to pass the Second Amendment County Resolution. Anderson, Greenville, and Horry counties are approaching passing ordinance or resolutions in April. Since Virginia passed the Second Amendment sanctuary, other counties and states have followed. Here in South Carolina, 35 out of 46 counties have grassroots movements underway to become 2A sanctuary counties. Tonight, Saluda County has the opportunity to become 2A sanctuary, the 5th county in South Carolina. Other counties are watching and waiting to see what Saluda County does tonight. Will Saluda County allow tyrannical laws to run our county? I say no. We will not. Once again, the Second Amendment prohibits government from infringing on our rights. I, as a Saluda County resident, will not allow my constitutional rights to be infringed upon. Let's make Saluda a 2A sanctuary county tonight. Thank you for your time. Also, I have some signed petitions from the area, if I can give this to y'all. It has over 300 signatures on it so far, and we're working on more as well. Thank you.
What, Ms. Corporal, you said there were 5 other counties in South Carolina.
Yes.
Do you know the 5 other counties?
Let's see. Horry County, Oconee,
York.
Pickens,
Cherokee and Kershaw.
yeah,
Kershaw.
yes. And, we have meetings set up for Greenville and Spartanburg as well. They're, putting it into voting in April.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We received that as information. Next, we'll move on to old business. We'll entertain a motion for the third reading on ordinance number 01-20 and ordinance to amend section 2-15A of the codes of ordinance, Saluda County, South Carolina, to amend the number of year terms of the Saluda County Airport Commission. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. What we're doing here, this is to change the membership from 3 years to 5-year term. It's kind of hard to get people to serve on the airport commission. People's not don't have airplanes. But I call for a vote. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
and I, as Vice Chairman, vote yes. Next, we'll entertain a motion for the second reading of ordinance number 02-20. An ordinance to amend section 2-263 of the Code of Ordinance, Saluda County, South Carolina, amending the meeting requirements for Saluda County Fire Board. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. What we're doing here, this is to change the wording from meeting monthly to regular scheduled meetings. Sometimes you meet monthly and you don't have nothing scheduled, to talk about. So they want to change it to regular scheduled meetings. I'll call for a vote. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4.
Yes.
And I, as Vice Chairman, vote yes. Motion carried. Now we'll move on to new business. Entertaining a motion for the first reading on ordinance number 03-20. An ordinance to add chapter 33, businesses and professional license to the Code of Ordinance, Saluda County, South Carolina, and provide for the severity and effective date. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We call for discussion. I call for a vote. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
No.
District 4,
Yes.
and I, as Vice Chairman, vote yes. Next, we have a resolved by Saluda County Council that Saluda County Council hereby express its strong support for the rights of citizens to bear arms pursuant to the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution and Article 1, Section 20 of the Constitution of South Carolina, and urge the members of the General Assembly and the Governor to take no action which will violate the freedom guaranteed in both constitutions. Resolved by Saluda County Council this 9th day of March 2020. We'll entertain a motion to adopt this.
I make a motion that we adopt this resolution as read.
Second.
Second.
Discussion? I'll call for a vote. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
and I, as Vice Chairman, vote yes. Next, we'll entertain a motion to adopt the revised Saluda County Freedom of Information Act policy. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? We had to revive this policy due to some changes in the South Carolina Freedom of Information Act. I'll call for a vote. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
and I as vice chairman vote yes. Next, we'll recognize Road and Bridges Superintendent Billy Corder to present the revised Saluda County pipe policy. Mr. Corder.
Thank you very much for allowing me to go before you tonight. This policy that we're referring to is, something that's been in effect for a long, long time. In the past, the county has furnished, at its expense, one driveway entrance onto private property. Due to the ever-increasing cost of the materials necessary to accomplish this, it is our idea to move the cost to the property owner requesting the entrance. An application will still be required. We will still install driveway entrances. There would be a fee for processing the application and inspection of the driveway entrances. There would also be a fee for the cost of materials necessary to install the driveway entrances. Those fees would be adjusted on an as-needed basis to reflect costs involved. There's no labor, no fuel costs, no equipment costs, any of that stuff, just purely and simply the cost of the materials that go into the driveway. And, that's what I have. You know, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them for you.
On your driveways, how long is the pipe that you normally put in driveways?
24 feet.
24 feet?
Yes, and that was the agreed upon length of county council some 20 years ago.
And how much do you think roughly it costs, no labor involved, to install a driveway, pipe, gravel?
Well, I happened to run those figures again today, and the correct total is $514.10 per driveway.
And that's no manpower involved?
No, sir, that's nothing, material and sales tax.
514?
514.
How many driveways do you think you put in a year?
That's average about 30.
That's a lot.
Well, it's over $15,000 right there that we can, you know, conceivably save our taxpayers. Of which I am one.
$15,420.
And if this were to be approved, it would be put into the county website. You know, in our part of it, the road and bridge section of it. So it'll be sure enough public information, there won't be any questions about it.
Anyone else? I'll entertain a motion to adopt the revised Saluda County pipe policy. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
and I as vice chairman vote yes, motion carried. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Corder.
y'all very much, appreciate it.
We recognize Assistant Emergency Management Director, Ms. Jill Warren, to present the grant request for the Justice Assistant Grant Program for the Sheriff's Office.
This is a grant that we put in for last year, but we were unsuccessful in receiving the award. So we want to try it again. It's for equipment and tactical gear for our special operations team within the Sheriff's Department. And there should be a list of all the equipment attached to the agenda request form. It totaled out to $26,446. This grant requires a 10% county match, which would be $2,644.60.
I will entertain a motion for the staff to proceed with the grant request for the Justice Assistant Grant Program to purchase personal protection equipment and gear for the Saluda County Sheriff's Office Special Operation Team for a total equipment cost of $26,446, and for the 10% county match of $2,644.60 to be funded from contingency. So it's gonna cost us roughly $2,000 for this protection weapon. Yes.
If we do
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion.
What all are we purchasing? And I know you sent it with your thing, but just for the general
Okay.
public to know.
We're looking at bulletproof vests, and these aren't your typical everyday bulletproof vests. These are, I think they will stop on more high-powered rounds. We're looking at like the pouches and stuff where they carry their weapons and carry ammunition and those type things. Gloves, eye protection, helmets, tactical pants and shirts. That's pretty much it. Elbow pads and knee pads. Yeah, that's. There's several different option colors and stuff like that listed, but that's the gist of what it is.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion?
I think we already have a motion. We're ready to vote.
Okay, discussion. Call for a vote. District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
And I, as Vice Chairman, vote yes, motion carried. Next, we're gonna recognize Ms. Assistant Emergency Management Director, Ms. Jill Warren, to present the FAA grant request for reconstruction of taxiway and apron at the Saluda County Airport.
Currently, we are under the grant to do the planning for this, to repair the taxiway and the apron around the main building out there where it's broken up. There's loose rocks everywhere. On the taxiway, there's huge cracks, rocks that are broken up come up onto the taxiway, which causes a hazard for planes that are taxiing in, that those can be picked up by the propeller and thrown up in an engine, which, you know, that happens, then they're gonna look to us to repair their engines, and I'm sure we don't wanna do that. So, now we're moving forward to the second phase, which would be the construction of the taxiway and the apron area. And the grant itself would be the total of $528,590. The FAA pays 90%. We split 10% with the state, so the state shares 5%, and then we pay 5%. So we're looking at $26,430 that would be out there.
I'll call for a motion.
Motion.
Can I get a second? Yes. Okay, there you go. I will entertain a motion for the staff to submit the FAA grant application for reconstruction of the taxiway and apron at the Saluda County Airport for a total project cost of $528,590 with the 5% county match of $26,430 to be funded from infrastructure reserve account. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second? Discussion. I will call for a vote. District 2?
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
and I, as Vice Chairman, vote yes. Motion carries. Next, we'll recognize Chief Deputy Toby Horns for the request to fill vacancies in the Sheriff's Office.
Good evening. I come to ask y'all tonight to see about filling the 3 vacancies we have at the Sheriff's Office. These are 3 vacancies that have opened up. One is currently in schools that we need to fill. I think we got the award to fill the SRO slot. Need to fill that slot in 2 other deputy positions. These were already in our budget, but we just have not been able to fill them, and we had to make a request to come back up here to fill them at this time.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Toby, I thought we, so you said 1 officer at the school. Which one would that
This
be
will be
without
primary
that?
school.
Is this the one that the state is
This
assisting?
is the one the state pays 100%.
Okay. That we talked about 2 or 3 months ago?
That's correct.
Okay. And then the other 2 vacancies would just be regular road deputies?
Deputies, yes.
How many deputies do you have currently?
Right now we have 22.
22. Thank you.
I would like to state that these funds are allocated in the 2019 through 2020 budget. So these funds already been allocated.
That's correct.
I will call for a vote. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
and I, as Vice Chairman, vote yes. Motion carried.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Do we have a lady from the Pamela Prize? Oh, okay. Would you state your name?
Sure, I'm Mallory Coffey. I'm the Keep South Carolina Beautiful State Leader at Palmetto Pride. And I'm here today to talk some trash with y'all. Oh yeah, sounds like fun. It's a lot of fun. So Palmetto Pride, have y'all heard of us before? Raise your hand. Okay. Has anyone out here heard of Palmetto Pride before? Awesome. So we're the state's anti-litter campaign. And one of the programs that we have under Palmetto Pride is Keep South Carolina Beautiful. Again, I'm the state leader of that program, and my job, again, is to talk trash and go around and plant flowers and organize groups to pick up litter and to help with recycling all across South Carolina. So today I'm here on a request from some citizens here that you all represent to talk about a little bit on what we do at Palmetto Pride and how you all can get involved with us. Y'all see that okay? Hold on just a second, let's do this. Is it not gonna let me do the full slide, y'all? No, we'll just do it this way so you guys get to see what's coming up next. Y'all act surprised, okay? So in this past year, we reached almost 63,000 students across South Carolina. And that we were in more than 254 elementary, middle, and high schools. So what exactly do we do there? We have a curriculum that is based on South Carolina state standards. So teachers can automatically pull this up and just start teaching from it with no problem, which is a big deal for teachers if you didn't know. We go in, we do a book contest, we do an art contest. The art contest is just for middle school to elementary school age students. And then our book contest is for anyone. So, County Councilman, if you all would like to enter that contest, all you have to do is write a book and submit it. We print the book and then we send it out to every elementary school in the entire state. And we have different officers who go around the community and they read these books to the students. And I even read them and sometimes when I'm out in the community as well. Alright, so what are some other things that we do? Cigarette litter, if you didn't know, is the most commonly littered item in South Carolina, on the East Coast, in the nation, and some say the world. It takes 5 years for one cigarette butt to decompose. That means to break down and basically just disappear, if you didn't know. This past year, we received a grant for $10,000 from Keep America Beautiful to install cigarette ash receptacles. And we have them. We have thousands of them. So if you would like one, they are free. And I will give them to you, no charge. All you have to do is empty it, and then say that you'll recycle the cigarette butts. What they turn them into, if you're a smoker, pay attention to this. We turn them into plastic pallets that are used as fish habitats or benches or things like that. So you can think about that next time you're going to light up. The Litter Busters hotline. How many of you have ever called in on someone littering? No? Oh, we have a taker. Awesome. So if you call our hotline, or if you input the information on our app, or you input it on the website, what happens is it comes to our office and we look up this information. It's completely confidential. If you asked me to look it up today, I wouldn't be able to. If you got a letter in the mail and you called the office to cuss me out, because that happens sometimes. People get very upset. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Well, I couldn't look it up anyways, but it's a courtesy notice. Basically, the letter states what the litter law is in South Carolina, what would happen if a law enforcement officer were to see you, and then it gives you the opportunity to volunteer. So it's an awareness tool and it's an enforcement tool. So those are just some of the big highlighted programs that we have. For this past year, we worked with a little over more than 42,000 volunteers. That is amazing. That means that they're either out picking up trash, they're helping us plant trees, or they're just going out into their community and talking. So what exactly did they do? They picked up a lot of trash. That's what they did. Over 9 million pounds to be exact. That's a lot. So what, if you were to ask, well, what does that cost to the local government? So here in Saluda County, if you guys were to go pick that up, you would have to pay someone to do that. But it's not just paying someone to do it. It's paying for the bags, it's paying for the gloves, it's paying for the safety vests. You have to pay for the truck to get them there. You have to pay for the insurance on that truck. You have to pay for the gas in that truck. Where does the county get all of that money? They get it from you all. So what happens is when counties work with us at County Side, we help you with those savings. And in fact, we help you a good bit. Over $7 million was saved just by local governments this past year from working with us. What would you do with $7 million? I would pay off student loans. That's the number one thing I would do. Pay off my land payment and my mortgage and buy my husband a few tractors. But just think about locally what you could do with that. As representatives of this county, what could you do for your citizens? So by working with Palmetto Pride, you can actually help do those things. If you're ever on the interstate and you see those Palmetto Pride Week signs, that's our program as well. This past year, we picked up more than 70,000 bags of litter. Each bag holds about 15 pounds. That's where you see the inmates out from the Department of Corrections going out to pick up. We would never send a volunteer out. So if you have an adopt a highway or if you do a clean team, we would never send you out on Interstate 26 or 85. Not that South Carolina doesn't have the best drivers in the nation, but sometimes we have little accidents. We wouldn't want you to get hurt. As I said before, we were in over 600 elementary schools. And this past year, we awarded over 1,100 trees, and we're hosting tree planting workshops all throughout the state. So if you're at a school and the county wanted to do this, I would come in, I would dress a lot differently than I am today, and I would teach you how to plant a tree. If you don't have a green thumb, that's okay. That's totally fine. I didn't either when I first started this job. And now I don't kill everything that I plant, which is a really good thing. And the best thing about all of it, it's free. We get these grant funds, and the DOC grows these trees for us, and all you gotta do is call us up and say, hey Mel, can you help me with that? or I want to apply for this tree grant to get this type of tree. Another program that you guys might be more aware of is the Adopt a Highway program. Do we have any volunteers for that here? Oh, we have a couple, that's good. So we have a total of a little over 1,500 groups, and they pick over, this is on average, y'all, a little over 1 million pounds a year. And collectively, it's almost 5,000 miles that they have adopted. So again, I'm the Keep South Carolina Beautiful state leader, and currently we have about 29 affiliates all across the state. We have 46 counties here, and the goal is to have an affiliate in each state. What they do is basically they're a mini version of Palmetto Pride locally. And we would love to have one here in your county. We even have a startup grant for $10,000 that would help you with that. All you have to do is find someone to run the program as a government employee, and then that's your first step in the door. Right now we have Jasper County, City of Conway, Fairfield County, Walterboro, Lancaster County, and Chester County all on the way. And we have about 4 more in the works. It's a very competitive program, but basically everything that Palmetto Pride does, this person will come into your community and do locally. They are the key point. They help adopt a highway. They help your recycling rate increase. They definitely help your law enforcement officers go out and talk to people. So again, if you'd like to look into that, we'd be more than happy. And by becoming an affiliate, sometimes you can get more involved with Keep America Beautiful and have more opportunities for grant funding. One of those is the Keep America Beautiful Community Partner Grant. Keep South Carolina Beautiful recently got this, and it's for $10,000 to spend at Lowe's. It is so much fun to go into Lowe's and say, I have $10,000 and I need to spend it here. Can you help me? And they do. It's so great. One thing that we are doing with this grant is the Grab a Bucket SC Challenge. We purchased just the other day when all of our affiliates got together in Myrtle Beach, we purchased 300 5-gallon Lowe's buckets. And we stacked them into a pyramid and we gave them out to all the affiliates, and they're going out and challenging the citizens to take one bucket, fill it up, sign it, date it, and pass it on to someone else to do the same thing. So it's a way to, eliminate the plastic bag, but still at the same time do something that's good for your county and good for your community. So what's next? How do we partner together? What's the plan for Saluda County? It's really up to you. You can call me and say, hey Mal, we're not ready for the affiliate step, but we are ready for some help with litter enforcement, or we need help talking to our magistrates about the litter laws, or we need help in the schools. Or you could call and you could say all of that. And one thing at Palmetto Pride is that we tend to do some really crazy, impossible things, and we're really excited to do those things. So if you come into a community, or we come into a community and you say that'll never work. Well, I come from a little place called Bamberg, South Carolina. Have y'all ever heard of that? That's where I'm from. And if Bamberg County can do this, any county can do this. I started Keep Bamberg County Beautiful, and it's one of the strongest affiliates growing today. And we have examples of how you can do all these things. So you don't have to recreate the wheel. All you have to do is say, hey, I have an hour, or hey, I have 30 minutes, or hey, I have 40 hours a week I want to dedicate to this. You just let us know what you want to do. So here's my contact information for council members and anyone in the community out here. You can email me. This is my cell phone number. You're welcome to call me or text me. If you do so before 8 o'clock, I will not answer. But I can answer, after midnight. I've been known to do that. We are here to help. We see that Saluda County is, you've got citizens who care. They're here. We go to county council meetings all the time. We've got a big group here. This is really awesome. So thanks again for allowing us a few moments of your time. We look forward to working with you and just seeing how we can continue to make South Carolina clean, green, and beautiful. Y'all have any questions?
Larry, thank you for your presentation.
And we know the importance of litter. There are some litter issues in this state, not only Saluda County, but other counties have litter too, and litter. And but we thank you for coming all the way from Bamberg.
Well, I live in Lexington County now. I moved there after I got married. So I'm originally a Bamberg girl.
We thank you for the information. Did you bring some litter to
Yes, we will be emailing each of you. That way you can have it in your files, and we look forward to working with you and possibly helping you fill out some grants in the near future.
Right.
Thank you all.
All right, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Saul. Next, we go into executive session. I'll entertain a motion for council to go into executive session pursuant to section 30-4-78(2) of the South Carolina Codes of Law, 1976, as amended to receive legal advice on contractual issues in relation to emergency service to return at the call of the vice chair. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. I call for a vote. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4.
Yes.
And I, as vice chairman, vote yes.